We're just about ready to tour one of the properties in downtown Kansas City that we're strongly taking a look at. This is something that we're going to be looking to raise private capital, and it would be called a syndication deal. So we're going to walk through the property. This is a hotel that got shut down during COVID. It's the Aladdin Hotel. It has 193 rooms, and we're going to break down the good, the bad, see what could be done in it, and see if it is something that makes sense to buy. This is a monstrosity right here. So you've got a whole tower. I don't know what comes with it in terms of parking. We just parked it over here at this garage right here. You've also got a parking lot there, and we've got a 193 room hotel right here. Whenever you're doing real estate, it's what is your highest and best use? So is it a hotel? I've got an empty building right now down on Main Street. So, I'm bringing in a partner on this type of deal, and we'd be looking to raise some private capital to do this deal. He's got a hotel partner. We'll be finding out, like, is it a hotel? Is it short term? What's the best use for this building? How much is it going to cost? How quick can this be done? Looking at their last returns prior to COVID, knowing that the COVID numbers were probably not great. That's why they were shut under. I know they've owned this property for 17 years. And then finding out as much information we can from the people who are showing us the building. So let's go check it out. What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm Troy.
Troy, I'm Dave Matchburn.
Nice to meet you. Troy.
Hey, Troy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Let's go check it out. Based on the customer base that came in, what do you think needs to be done to this from your expert opinion, based on the fact that you're still managing stuff in and around the area?
Well, I think it needs to be gutted.
They do something interesting in New Orleans. It's a big hotel area, as you know, and there's this guy who's got a mixed use called the Jung Hotel, and he's basically taken it and done it completely an Airbnb self-check-in. I don't know.
Well, it might actually work, because you'd save a ton of labor. Actually, what I was going to do when we reopened under the original plan, I was going to farm out the laundry. I was actually going to do it off-site, and just, again, we'd have more storage or whatever we needed.
Because it's a cost, right? Just the same?
Yeah, well, the problem is labor. Labor is tough in this market.
Right now, nobody wants to work.
Yeah, it really is. So anything that we can farm out, we're going to farm out.
I just saw the craziest thing on the road. Buc-ee's, have you heard of that gas station? Yeah. They're paying their managers $225,000 as a Buc-ee's manager.
For a gas station?
For a gas station.
Lobby here, this is the original 1925 marble on the floor and up in the columns. It's not required to keep that. The tax credits, the historic stuff only cover the exterior of the building, but I don't know why you'd get rid of it. It's, if you're trying to maintain a historic look.
So your check-in area was right here.
Another major mechanical that you want to put on the list is the fire alarm system. Again, it does work. It is certified as of, I think, December was the last time it was, his annual was done. But if you look at it, it's 1980s. It's
$7,000.
Yeah, unless you're planning on flipping this thing in in 2 years, I'd replace it.
Probably even if, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What I expected. This would be the easiest one I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
We needed the space for breakfast because breakfast was very busy. If you think you're going to bring in a fancy chef and get outside business, this is not the market for it. I would, if you're doing a pro forma, I would set the restaurant to either break even, or if you're really lucky, if you can lease it out to a third party, that's what I do.
You know what hotel's got a great idea is, and I love it, I've been there twice now, is Lonnie's Reno Club at the Ambassador. They got a jazz thing on like Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays where they play like live jazz.
And that draws.
Dude, it's packed all the time. Great food. Draws big time, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why you wouldn't have, a much bigger experience going on the alley, some tucked in balconies, light this thing up, lease this out for $7,000 a month to an operator.
Yeah, you got way different eyeballs on this than I do.
Yeah, because it's a shit space. No one's going to want to eat here, right?
Yeah,
like get in and get out. Don't order a second drink, and we need liquor to make money in the restaurant business.
So you get your bar here, and this bar would get very busy. Unlike the restaurant, it did get some outside business, and if you had the right crowd in here for a convention, this would be slammed. The problem is you have very limited bar space here, and then you got a traffic jam at the top of the stairs. Can you imagine people crowded around the bar then trying to get through?
Yeah.
We're going to gut this all out, and we're going to do a horseshoe-shaped bar starting here. We're going to come out here, twist it around there so you maintain that hallway path going back, and kind of bring it around back out to here. So you triple the amount of bar space. Maybe build a little, liquor cabinet back here to replace that.
Yeah.
But you triple the amount of space, and then what we're going to do back here, got everything out on this side. The columns, shrink them down, gut it out, and put an air wall system in here.
What's an air wall system?
The movable walls,
Got it.
for meeting rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do one down the middle here, splitting it into 2 rooms.
Right.
And then one going the other way to create a hallway.
Okay.
Top of the stairs going back.
Right.
So that give us 2 breakout rooms. One of the biggest problems we have here as far as getting meeting business, and especially the sleeping rooms that go with that meeting business, is we don't have enough breakout rooms. Most of your people that are gonna have a meeting for 125, 150, they want 3 breakout rooms at least.
Got it.
So we got the 1 breakout room up there, but then we're gonna create 2 more down here.
Where's the gym go?
Gym goes down in the basement in that spa. By doing that, you have that, but then if you're not using them, you open it up, it becomes part of the bar. You can have seating, that's easily movable. Stuff
No,
like
makes
that.
a lot of sense.
The reason that we did as well as we did during our run, we had a lot of proactive sales. For a 200-room hotel, I had 4 salespeople. One of them was banquets, but the other 3 were selling rooms. And that's kind of what you need in a market like this to succeed. If you're going after it, you're going to get it. This is one of the smaller rooms. Get rid of the swing door, make this a slider. We're going to get the bathtubs out, put in standing showers. This can go away if you redo the HVAC system the way we wanted to do
So
it.
that's like a VAV box?
This is a VAV box from 1975.
What's a VAV box?
Variable air.
Yeah, it's got the forced air HVAC, or AC rather, and then your heating is electric coils in there.
What booked out the most, as terms of the room types?
On the weekends, the double queens for sure. The rest of the time, the single kings.
Was there a demand for something that you didn't have that you felt that you should have?
I would have liked to have had either more double queens or kings with sofa beds to, facilitate that on the weekends. Space-wise, I don't know if you could do it.
So do you see this as being a whole reconfiguration?
The whole redo.
Just gut it?
Yeah. You'll
Okay.
lose your ass if you don't, because in 15 years you'll still have debt on the thing. All the trim shot, all the windows are shot, all the HVAC shot. You're gonna reuse maybe some of your fire pipe. All the finishes are shot. The exterior needs masonry tuck pointing. The roof needs to be redone. All the mechanical. All that's in the wall.
Might as well do it all.
I'll take the walls.
Yeah. So what do you think the budget on something like this is? 40 million bucks?
Less than 40, but more than 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing really to see is the 16th floor.
Let's go do it.
We'll have to do the Stairmaster.
Is there a reason that they put it on the 16th floor? Best views?
It's always been up there. Originally, it was a rooftop pool back in the 1920s and 30s.
That's a good idea.
They filled it in sometime in the 50s or 60s.
What is the, you run the numbers on hotels all the time, I'm sure, right? What hotel performs the best in town?
I mean, you got 2 rate leaders. The Ambassador over on Grand, which is...
That's where I was going with this. Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, they're the rate leader, possibly...
That's
followed-
autograph collection now.
Correct. Possibly followed by the Crossroads Hotel.
But the Ambassador is the first place I stayed when I moved to Kansas City. That's the one with Lonnie's Reno Club in it. It's very similar to this. My question is, and this is for you, both of you guys, is why wouldn't you have the conference rooms on the lowest floor and save the nicest rooms up on the highest floor?
Well, I mean, if you're having a wedding and you want natural light, you want views, stuff like that, you can't get that.
I'm not saying the lowest floor. I should take that back. On a lower floor.
Well, I don't know that you have the ceiling height to do it in most of our floors. We never really considered moving it just because the cost of moving it, to try to get your ceiling height, to try to get all that stuff. This is how it was when we bought it. We just kept it here.
How often was this used on a weekly basis?
Very frequently, because this was our target market. We were trying to get the group corporate during the week, because weekends take care of themselves here. You're trying to get your Sunday night to be Thursday night business.
Yep.
And what you go after is the corporate stuff, the government stuff that's holding trainings, that's holding meetings in these meeting space, and the rooms to go along with it.
You're probably gonna end up with 100 lofts, some cool amenity space. You just look at that, you're getting $28 effectively per square foot in rent. But then I would take everything out on this floor. It'd be the biggest, coolest new ballroom you could have in here.
I agree.
All new finishes. Drop those breakout rooms down low like you were talking about. And then all of a sudden I got a 275 person best wedding venue in town. Probably take it up to the rooftop and do something cool on the rooftop and tie it in.
I agree.
And then all of a sudden, this is a $20,000 a night, Saturday night, rental. And then you got kind of a crown jewel.
But can you do that with multifamily?
You can still do it with multifamily because your elevator scenario, you're putting in new elevators. So now we can go up a store with our elevator. It's no big deal. We can have one for the rooftop. Okay, cool. Let's make the trek.
Let's do it.
Well, I see a lot of potential.
For sure.
Well, hey, great to meet you. I can tell you're an expert in this world, so.
Yeah, Mike, thanks a lot.
meeting you.
COVID definitely affected real estate. So the big question that you got to ask yourself, are you different than everybody else? This guy owns 16 hotel rooms. I have less experience. So how do we mitigate risk, right? How do we decide which direction to go? Why do you partner with other people? You know, I was very quiet in there because this is not my world. That's why you bring in strategical partners. Caleb's not a hotel guy. So my gut tells me we pencil this as multifamily. We have commercial zoning, so we can do Airbnb without having to piss off the city and get some sort of allowance within that permit. My question to you, if you're brand new investing in real estate, you're scared of stuff, understand that. So am I, right? Like this is completely a nerve-wracking type of experience when you start thinking about it, but how do you get outside your comfort zone? You just walk, right? With a baby step, right? You take a step forward and you make sure that you check all the boxes, right? You have millions of different exit strategies and you don't execute unless you're 100% sure that that deal is gonna work. Because whenever you're doing this, you're gonna raise private capital. Only got one reputation in life and you can burn that in a second. And so you wanna make sure that absolutely you have every box checked twice, 3 times, 100 times, over and over and over again. And then you come back through this thing and you just walk it over and over again. You play worst case scenario. So why don't I like a hotel? Because I've never done one. Would I potentially do one down the road? Yeah, with the right partners. But there was a lot of negatives like, oh, there's this Marriott over there. Oh, there's this one over there. I do happen to know that although the Autograph is doing well right now, at one point in time, they were losing $100,000 a month. Multifamily, we have the ability to get a 3X like a hotel does. We get all the same benefits with none of the staff. So to me, multifamily, 100%. What would you do? If you're interested in investing in real estate, hit the like button. If you want more information about what we do in this hotel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button, and get started taking action in real estate. Nothing may develop of this, and then you never know. Something may develop. The only way I do this deal is with the right partnership. One more thing I wanted to let you know, and I tell this to my guys all the time, there is no such thing as a stupid question. When people are talking in real estate and they're talking like, this guy's got 20 years in the hotel business, they're talking at FF&E, they're talking all these code language that I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Does that mean that I can't be a successful real estate investor? No. Because it breaks down to the numbers and stuff like that. But here's what I do. I ask questions. I don't care about looking like the stupid guy in the room. And I always tell people when they're in my class, when they're my students and they're trying to learn stuff, if you're asking questions, you're learning. If you're doing, you're really learning. But if you're not asking questions and you're not doing, you're not learning crap. And I always tell people, go tour stuff that you may not buy. We may not buy this thing. But what I did do is ask a lot of questions, and I'm smarter from touring this building than I was when I got here. So if you're looking for a coach and a mentor or somebody who can help you out, ask me questions. Peace. God, this is such a cool house. Look at how cool this tile is, man. What do you think, dude?
Beautiful.
I fall in love with houses, man.